should I look at, or just forward, or? Okay.
You start with your name.
Ellen Roberts, campaigner at Get Up.
Sorry, do you want to make a statement or question?
Oh, sure.
Can we each make a statement?
Sure.
Is that all right? And then questions, if you like?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is really an incredible victory today. We've been here now at the hospital for 10 days, maintaining a 24-hour presence. And today Minister Dutton has come out saying that the family is to be released into the community. The family has been begging to be released into the community, and we've finally seen this incredible victory today. This is testament to the brave stance taken by the hospitals, and it's also testament to the community pressure that we've seen building across the last 10 days. We've had thousands of people from across Brisbane come down here, including hundreds mobilising last night to prevent baby Asha being removed. We have the incredible statement today by the Australian Medical Association that detention is equivalent to state-sanctioned abuse. Dutton's agreement today to release baby Asha not into detention but into the community is an acknowledgement that detention is indeed abusive. The campaign will continue. The pressure is mounting, not only from the people of Brisbane, not only from the hospital here, but from hundreds of thousands of people across Australia, from church leaders, local councils and state premiers. The pressure is mounting on Dutton to let the 267 people stay. We certainly believe that the tide is turning on this issue. We're seeing public opinion going our way. We're seeing the pressure mounting on Dutton and Turnbull. Really, I think what we're seeing is a dramatic change on the issue of refugees, and we'll be definitely campaigning on the 267 people facing imminent deportation that they should be allowed to stay. Any other questions?
Of course. Okay. G'day everyone, I'm Ros McLennan. I'm the General Secretary of the Queensland Council of Unions. Over the last 10 days, this situation has been absolutely on a knife's edge. But can I say I've never been prouder to be a Queenslander than today, because what the thousands and thousands of protesters, union folks, community people, mums, dads and grandparents, what they've done over the last 10 days isn't just achieve an outcome for baby Asha and her family that enables them to go into the community. This outcome achieves a change in our national conversation about how we feel about folks that come to Australia to seek safety and security. It's actually not just been an outcome for 3 people, it's changed a community conversation. Now, the fact that baby Asha, her mum and her dad are being released into community detention is a big, big win. But Brisbane has a big heart, but the federal government doesn't, and they've displayed that by their actions. It's only been the pressure that's been brought to bear over the last 10 days that has caused a historic backflip and has forced the Prime Minister and the federal government to make a different decision. But we say, we want an ironclad guarantee from Peter Dutton, Malcolm Turnbull and the federal government that this baby and her family won't be ripped out of community detention and sent back to Nauru, because Queensland unions and our community believe that no child should be in detention. So we've found our voice. Thousands of Brisbaneites have come down and have been heard. We forced a historic backflip, but having found our voice, we won't shut up. Having found our voice, we demand to be heard, and this is a fight that will go on.
My name is Asha, Advocacy Coordinator for Darwin Asylum Seeker Support and Advocacy Network, speaking on behalf of baby Asha's family. This is an amazing victory. The family will be overwhelmed with relief. This week has been stressful. As my colleague here said, the situation has been on a knife edge. Regardless of what Mr. Dutton would have you believe, this is a complete reversal of everything that he was saying in relation to this family only a week ago. It's astounding what can be achieved when the community stands together to demand that a family is treated with humanity and with dignity. I have spoken with Asha's father. He would like to pass on his immense gratitude for everything that Australia has done to protect his baby, his wife and his family. Thank you.
How is this a win? Because no matter what happens, she still ends up going back to Nauru or to the country that her parents came from. Mr. Dutton made that very clear. There wouldn't be any special circumstances. Is this just a short-term win but a long-term loss?
The fight will go on. We are hoping for legislative change, which would result in everybody being allowed to remain in Australia and have their refugee claims processed in a humane way. That includes the closure of offshore camps, which I think today's decision has shown that the government and the AMA have both acknowledged that those offshore camps are abusive, as is onshore detention, particularly for children. Anything else?
And seeking that life team, it seemed like Mr. Dutton made it pretty clear today that there was every chance that Asha's going to go back to Nauru at some point along the line. Do you think you've got any chance of achieving it?
I guess at the moment, the best outcome that we could have hoped for under the current legislation is that the family has moved into community detention, as have a number of other families over the past few months. But as I say, we will continue to fight for every man, woman and child who are in this situation, both onshore and offshore, until this policy is reversed.
Has the family been told, we understand it's the next 24 hours, has there been any arrangements made about how they'll move or where to or anything like that?
I'm still unable to speak with Asha's mother in the hospital. I've tried several times today and been informed by Serco that she's still not able to take phone calls from myself or even her legal representatives. I have spoken with Asha's father. He explained that everybody else in the detention centre saw the news on the television and they've passed that on to him. However, he has not received any firm information from the Department of Immigration at this time.
And I guess if I can add to that, as discussions continue, there's one thing that's very clear. Without these 10 days of community vigil and union protest outside the grounds of Lady Salento, without that, there's nothing surer. Baby Asha and her parents would be back in Nauru right now. Now, the government has copped a huge about face. You know, they've been forced into an amazing backflip of Olympic proportions, and that wouldn't have happened without this protest. So can I say, 10 days is a long, long time, and if we've come this far in 10 days, then once Baby Asha and her parents are in the community awaiting the processes of their applications, and the government isn't so much in the public spotlight, we're very sure that further progress will be made for this family and the 260 odd others. These doctors do it again. The doctors, the nurses and the professional hospital staff at Lady Salento have shown that they put the health, the well-being and care over their client above politics. Malcolm Turnbull, you've got a bit to learn from the Brisbane doctors and nurses and hospital staff, because honestly, as a mother of two, I'm sure every other Brisbane parent, every other Queensland parent watching this couldn't help but put themselves in the shoes of, if that was my child, what would I want people to do for me? Honestly, it's that simple. You know, the government can play politics and they can talk about their policies and stop the boats, but there's a humanity here, a human aspect. There are people's lives at stake. The opportunity for a little one to grow up in the safety and security of a country like Australia and fulfil her potential is something that just can't be denied. It hasn't been denied. We've found a voice. We insist on being heard and will continue to be heard. Sorry, sister. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Great,
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, mate.